Designated home team, the number
Welcome
2
into Zions
Judge
Bank
Memorial
Stadium
Catholic
for
High
the
School.
boys lacrosse
Number 1,
4A
Eric
state
Nicholson.
championship game.
Number 5,
2
Ben
legendary
Beaudry.
programs
Number
meeting
11,
for a
Rome
championship
Swanwick.
for the first
Number
time
15,
as
Pierce
the
Isaac.
Judge Memorial
Number 15,
Bulldogs,
Sean Jerome.
the second seed
Number
in
20,
this state
Ben
tournament,
Butler.
prepared to take on the upset-minded
Number 25,
9th seeded
Connor
Juan
Knight.
Diego Soaring
Number 5,
Eagle. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Please be joined by Scott Kellner. Scott, the 2 private Catholic schools meeting here on the 4A state championship stage for the first time ever. 2 legendary programs from the club days and have an opportunity. They've both gone through kind of slight rebuilds here since it's been sanctioned, and both here fighting for a place at the top.
Yeah, excited for this game, Dane. Really happy to be here. Both these programs, really elite coaching staffs. On the Juan Diego side, head coach Brad Tack, assistant offensive coordinator Kyle Posler, both actually former teammates of mine at Westminster University. And so I had a nice conversation with them earlier. Excited to see that Juan Diego made an upset early in the tournament, making their way to the finals. And then on the Judge side, obviously led by head coach Jeff Braska, but you got some really great players from around Utah on that coaching staff. Walker Bateman, Elias Fairman, some guys really putting together a great coaching staff on both sides. I mean, these are both really well-coached teams, pretty similar on the stat sheet. Judge averaging about 12.2 goals per game. Juan Diego averaging about 11.2. I think Judge is going to have an edge on the face-offs, and so that'll be an important thing to keep an eye on.
That'll be real critical today. Matina's been fantastic for them this year, but, I mean, even talking with Coach Braska, he's like, tell you what, watch out for Pecora because that kid is getting better and better, and he proves it here. Opening face-off win from the sophomore Cooper Pecora, and Juan Diego here with the opening possession. Want to remind you, the clock you see on your screen, unofficial. At times we start it early, stop it late, that sort of thing, as we do our best to keep it true with the official clock here in the stadium. Juan Diego, they do have great scores, including Noah Schuyler, 64 goals, 45 assists, and then Parker Stoltz, the sophomore, 74 goals, 21 assists. They do a lion's share of the work for this Juan Diego offense. They'll work here to Sears. A little room, he'll play back at X here with Jack Stoback. Here's Nicola Demas. We didn't talk about him. He's a great initiator, though. Ball always seems to run through 14. He'll play this to Schuyler, back behind. You see Kranich, he was not shy from that screen at all. Big, long pole defender for Judge. Starting goal today for Judge is Connor Knight. First shot here, and Knight with the save. Really, we have a great goaltender battle going up. Connor Knight has been great this year, as we've got a whistle here. But the other goalie for Juan Diego, this has been Braden Anderson, just a freshman. But he has had one of the most impressive playoffs I've seen. Shut down Westfield, one of the top scoring offensive 4A, then just took care of Snow Canyon in that semi. He's been fantastic for the Soaring Eagle.
About 58% save percentage on the season. And anything above 55 is pretty great.
Well, and it feels like that's risen these last couple of weeks. I've done their last 2 games, and it feels like it's more like 65% with the amount of shots he's taken. He's been great. He'll have to be great today. This Juan Diego, or this Judge team, they've got scoring in their own right. They return a lot of players from last year's state championship team. Rome Swanick, 59 goals. Sean Jerome, 36 goals. They mix in Gus Wood and Frederick and Hirsch. There's a lot of guys. Frederick Gowski, apologies. A lot of offense for the Bulldogs, as this is Swanwick.
And both these teams familiar with one another, playing twice during the regular season. Judge edged out both games, 10-7 in the first and 12-6.
And both of
the
those
most recent matchup.
Both those were 1-goal games in the second half. So Juan Diego's played them tight. They feel like a couple moments they could clean up. They might be able to shock some people, as the first goal of the game goes to Judge. What a rip there from Will Trentman, the junior, puts the Dogs on the board first.
Judge does a nice job of swinging the ball around the goal, moving it up the wing to Trentman. And then Trentman, just really nice position, good angle on the goal, great shot placement. Gets that one to go past the freshman goalie, Braden Anderson.
Pecora and
Great rip
Latino
there.
to
One of the players
face
we
off.
did not talk about for Juan Diego. Their long poles are fantastic. Will Conley, the senior, wears number 3. He is spectacular defensively. Kai Fairbanks has been really strong this year as well as the LSM and defenders. A face-off win here to the Bulldogs. Step inside, and Anderson with a critical save there on the shot from Sean Jerome.
Beautiful save by Anderson. Jerome, so quick. Little hesitation, hitch move into the middle. Good shot placement, better save by Anderson.
Right up through Nicodemus. Trey will play over. Skyler sending across. Stoltz with a rip, and that was just wide. Those are their really 3 guys on offense that will touch the ball a lot. Got a good look there. This one trickling out. Just FYI, playing blue lines today. Can be hard to see with the sun coming off the turf, but blue lines here in this championship game. There's Skyler. Works to Stoltz coming around that screen. He'll rip it, fire, and score. What a rocket from Parker Stoltz. He has been hot in the quarters and in the semi, and he starts this championship with a goal from long range.
I love that weaving motion at the top. It starts with the sweep to the right, throws it down to the wing, sets a little bit of a pin down screen, sets up Stoles for the sweep back to his left, just kind of turns that corner on the run, low and away shot placement. Really nice offensive possession there for the Juan Diego Soaring Eagle.
A good response there. This faceoff goes the way of Matina. Here's this is Ben Beaudry, the long pole. Works to Swanwick. This Judge team, they've had about a lot of injuries this year, and that includes to a couple of their leaders on the team is down a couple of junior captains, Maddox Comey and Matty Evans, both lost to ACLs, and they've had to have guys step up, make contributions, and they've done so, allowing them to help make this state tournament run to get to this championship game back-to-back years. Gowski using that screen, sends to Jerome. Back to Frederick. He'll take a shot here. That was high. Swanwick tried to skip across, couldn't connect there. Well, they'll deem that a shot here. Jerome. I thought about taking it. You see the respect that this D has. And Michael Moore. Jerome works over. Good slides there by Juan Diego. Swanwick coming around. Oof. Quick trigger there for Rome. Oh, we've got a Juan Diego player down here. They ran into each other as Swanwick was coming around. And that is Conley. That's a big piece of that Juan Diego defense. I'm trying to walk this off. We've actually had several long poles today that have had contact like that on defense that have had to come off the field. Good to see he's able to put weight on it. I hope he'll be okay. Juan Diego with the answer. Judge back on it here. Judge scoring the first goal. Our teams who have scored the first goal today, 0-2.
Wow.
Jerome frees up some room.
Great move by Jerome, using the screen, sweeping across the top. High quality look, just wide of the goal.
Here's Hirsch. Long possession here for Judge. Swanwick feeding in front. Great idea there, trying to get Butler. That's quick movement there with the ball, and had Ben Butler right in front. Still looking at Conley, but he's making his way back here to the bench for Juan Diego. He appears to be ready to come back on. Oh, big check there by Gowski. Better have a head on a swivel in this one. Here's Gorman. There's Swanwick. He's looking at left or that right alley. Come around, Hirsch with a shot and a goal. What a rip there from Dylan Hirsch, the sophomore, able to give Judge the lead back.
I mean, really, that goal starts with the great ride, the defensive pressure on the Juan Diego clear. Judge able to force the turnover, does a nice job handling the pressure, clearing the ball back the other way, bang it through X. Hirsch gets it on the wing, increases his angle, jump shot. Gets that one to go past Braden Anderson.
Another face-off win here for Matina coming up. That one sent over the goal. That was outside. Over the crossbar, yep. Judge bench thought they might have had a goal there from their face-off guy. Not so. Here's Moore. He'll bring physicality. He'll play ahead here with Jimerson. Skyler with it. Left alley taken away there by Wild. Defending here, what a move. GLE coming through. Kick save by Knight.
Really shifty move by Noah Skyler.
This one.
Great opportunity.
Fairbanks able to possess. Works now to Nicolademus. Connor Knight had that previous save. I don't know what inspires a goalie to try to reach the leg out to stop some of these shots with no shin guards. Scott, I can't relate.
You can relate a little.
No, I can't. Having lived that, there is no way. We've got whistles here. We've got a timeout going to be taken here by Judge. 4:10 to go, opening quarter. Judge leading Juan Diego 2-1 here in the 4A state championship game. Out of that timeout, 4:10 to go here, opening quarter. Start with Jerome. He'll work here to Gowski. Conley is back on here for the Juan Diego D. Swanwick here. We'll work to the middle. A couple cutters down the lanes, just sent over. Rip there by Gowski. Off target. Gus Wood. Plays Degowski. He's open near side. Anderson with a good save. That ball loose, still loose. Scooped up, and we've got a crease violation here. It'll be Juan Diego possession.
Crease violation, possession to Juan Diego.
Great opportunity for Judge. That's Frederick Gowski with the shot, vacating the crease, popping out weak side. Gets the easy feed. Good look.
Great look. Got him wide open. Talk about Anderson. He's going to have to make a couple of those saves, kind of one-on-ones.
And he's done a good job so far.
Yeah, he has. He has. Jemerson will work to Nicolademus and back up top here. Skyler lost that one. With a high check, and now it's Judge coming in transition. Extra pass in front. That a little low. And did that get out of play? Yeah, I thought it did. Yes, it did.
Great effort by Juan Diego to get back on defense and disrupt that fast break.
And that one gonna head out. Juan Diego couldn't clear.
A couple of failed clears so far for Juan Diego. I mean, that's going to be an important aspect of this game, is taking care of the ball in transition, making sure you give your offense opportunities.
You mentioned Judge was the 2 seed in this state tournament largely because of the schedule they played. I mean, they went up against Brighton, they went up against Corner. They incredibly tough schedule they played this year. And but you know, if you would have asked me before the season, I would have said I think this is the best team in for it. When you play a team of this level, this amount of talent, you can't give up opportunities, and making them pay again is Trentman with his second goal. How about the junior? Not one of the high scorers for Judge this year, at least statistically, but he's got a pair here early.
I think Juan Diego got caught ball watching. The action behind the goal. Trentman floating up top, finds the passing lane. Just a great look. So hard for Braden Anderson, the goalie, when they're putting pressure, attacking from behind the goal, and then he has to jump around full 180 to try to track the shooter, find the shooter. And nice job by Trentman with the quick release, getting the goal.
Matina able to come away with this one again.
That's 4 for 5, Judge on faceoffs.
It's a good start. Yeah, they lost the first one, and since then it's been all Judge, right? Sent up top. Jerome. Inside 90 seconds left here in this first quarter. Here's Gowski. Coming near side, back to Frederick. Left alley, got inside, shot there. Stick there, throwing it off base. Frederick. Anderson able to see that well on the backup. It'll stay here. Good hustle there by Swanwick. Rome will take this shot and score. Top shelf for Rome Swanwick. It is 4-1 Judge.
First the hustle, the dive to back up the shot. He's getting played out so far. Uses his speed to just beat his man. No help from the Juan Diego defense. Just turns that corner. Lets it rip. Top shelf. Over the head of Braden Anderson.
His 60th goal this season. Just a junior. Oh, nice play there by Pecora. Able to get the possession. Juan Diego lost that one. Greenwich gathered for Judge. Bulldogs coming ahead as we approach 10 seconds left. The Bulldogs look for more here. Down to 5, trying to feed that one through the middle, just a touch behind the recipient, and with 1 second left, it'll be Juan Diego. Just enough time to throw this ahead, as it will be more here to start. First quarter complete. It's the Region 10 champs leading the Region 10 runner-ups 4-1 at the end of the first here in the 4A state championship game.
With a TabSpend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. TabSpend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Welcome back. Start of our second quarter. Want to remind you that KSL Sports Rewind's coverage of the 4A state tournament is brought to you by Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account, with a 3.5% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. It's a big deal at Tab Bank, member FDIC. 4-1, good start here for the Bulldogs. Trentman with a pair of goals, Swanwick and Hirsch with the others. Been really dominant on possession, speaking of Judge. And, I mean, if you're Juan Diego, they've had chances. They've had some failed clears. They've had some turnovers. Really just one of those where, man, just get them settled in this game a little bit and then be able to start capitalize.
Absolutely. Just that last faceoff was an example. They're struggling a little bit on the faceoff X. They win the clamp. They win the ground ball. They try to get it down to the attack. There's a turnover. Just small mistakes like that. You got to take care of the ball. These offensive opportunities for Juan Diego are going to be so precious.
Yeah.
And it's going to be really important for them to create opportunities through the ride, but take care of the ball when they have it.
And difficult when you have to mount a comeback against a team who's very familiar with you and as talented and skilled as Judge is. Start of the second quarter. And Pecora looking for some help from Fairbanks. This one's still in play. Fairbanks had it momentarily. What a battle. And Pecora, maybe. Longest ground ball off a faceoff I think I've had all day. And it is gathered by Jerome.
Great effort from both teams.
Yeah.
Really fighting for that ground ball.
Looked like there could have been possession, I don't know, 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Nice turn there. We'll set up and score. Boy, a rip there by Sean Jerome. And possession continue to lead to goals here for Judge. First of the game for Sean.
Yeah, just nice move by Sean Jerome, just really creating his own shot, right? Just taking his defender, moving in one way, back the other, rolling back to his strong hand. He's at about 15 yards, puts it low and away on Braden Anderson. Just such a tough save, but just such great individual effort by Sean Jerome.
Yeah, that's a heck of a rip, man. We've seen, because even that shot, that's what, 12, 15 yards out?
Yeah.
There's a lot of heat on that to beat Anderson. And procedure here. We'll give it back to Judge. Trentman. We'll get that touch. Oh, I thought he did.
Failure to advance. Juan Diego.
Apparently he did not. Here comes transition. Extra pass, Stoltz. That shot deflected. Did not make its way through as I think it was Mickelson in the way. Got to stay there. Cannot. Oh, they call the push. I thought a good call there.
Yeah.
Stays with Juan Diego.
But, I mean, what effort from Judge. The loose ball, 2 guys chasing after it.
Yep.
You could just feel that Judge is going after every loose ball opportunity.
Well, this is not another game. This is a state championship game. They look locked in here early. We saw them in the semis. You're just like, that team is playing really good right now because they dominated possession against Bear River. They've been strong here as well as that one kicked up. Backed up here. These two programs, very rich traditions. When it was club lacrosse, we don't get into a lot of that, but really two very traditional powers here in the state. It's great to see them back competing at the top here. Skyler. Defended by Kranich. Trying to work behind the goal. That stick came up. Continue on here. Oh, boy. It's kind of a cut there, yeah. Skyler still down. As the flag did come in here, awaiting the call. Tripping there, the call. I didn't have a problem with that call, Scott. You?
No, I thought, I mean, Scott, you could feel Skyler just trying to put this offense on his back, trying to run through 2 Judge players.
Timeout taken by Juan Diego.
And it's tough. It's a physical game, and
High School Activities Association has sponsored an academic all-star
fortunately, I think if they hadn't have sort of closed the door on him with that push, I mean, he probably would have had a goal.
Yeah, very well could have.
So it's kind of like you don't foul a jump shooter, but you foul somebody at the hoop.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same idea. If somebody's sneaking around the crease, and you draw a penalty, that's fine. Just don't let him score.
For me, it's one where, and I don't know if he got tripped up or lost his footing, but it felt like Kranich was going to the ground and did kind of undercut Skyler on it. It's like, well, again, I don't know if it was intentional. I don't know if it was or not, but it's one where, Skyler's play or ability to make a play is certainly interrupted.
Yeah.
By the defensive play there. So it'll be a 1-minute man up for Juan Diego after we come out of this timeout. Of course, been a long week. This is our 18th game in 4 days. Girls lacrosse, boys lacrosse. It's been a fun year. Think about, both these two teams have had some impressive wins. Obviously, Juan Diego playing really well at the right time, and seeing Judge. I love that this program, which is on the cusp of moving up to 5A next year, speaking of the Bulldogs, really tested themselves this year. Tough schedule, played out of state. Talked about Corner, talked about Brighton, others, Park City. It was a really, really good schedule put together for Coach Broska, and it's great to see this program not only win, but then go compete against the best and look sharp in doing so. Beat Brighton this year. Great year.
That was a great win against Brighton.
Yeah.
5A state champs.
Yep.
Juan Diego on the man up.
Sears. Play back out. Getting a 1-minute penalty. Trying to feed in front. Boy, check there by Mickelson. Sends this out, and Judge, that did cross the line. So Judge will have possession. It's been physical lacrosse all day long, and that's continued here, and that has been advantage Judge here in this first half. Coming ahead, right down the middle, and a goal. End-to-end for the Bulldogs, as coming up with his first today is the junior Anthony Gorman.
Anthony Gorman taking it almost coast to coast. One of the first things you learn as a defensive player, somebody's got to stop ball.
Yep.
Somebody's got to come out, stop ball. Nobody comes out from Juan Diego to slow Gorman down, and he does what he was coached to do, which is take the shot. Another great shot placement. Bottom right corner. And it kind of started with the Judge defense on that man down.
Yep.
They were well packed in. Juan Diego almost had a look, but they rotated just in time, forcing the turnover.
Well, and it's the check by Mickelson that jars that loose, that forces that ball out.
Yep.
And now all of a sudden you got transition going. This pass not brought down into the corner. And this will go out. Who's last to touch it? It'll stay here with Juan Diego. Skyler. Stolz, the lone goal.
Nice.
Skyler worked in front. You talk about putting the offense on his back. That's what he was trying to do a moment ago, Scott. This time it ends up beating Connor Knight.
Goal number 1, Noah Skyler.
He's a tough matchup. He's shifty. He's quick. Uses his body.
And in the semifinal, he actually broke the program record for most points in a career. He's just a junior.
That's amazing.
Right?
Because there were some really great, talking about Juan Diego, that's kind of going back to, when I played high school lacrosse back in the 2007, 2008. Juan Diego had a great program those years, a lot of really great players. Think about Josh Condis, Dallas McClellan. Dallas McClellan, both actually ended up going to Westminster. Dallas McClellan, the 4-year starter for Westminster. Same with Josh Condis.
Judge on possessions. We approach the 8-minute mark. Butler gives back to Trentman. He's had an impact today. He'll shoot here. Save there by Anderson. Good save there by Braden.
Great save. Juan Diego needed to get a stop on defense. Now they just got to execute the clear.
I think they got to get a couple stops just to get that confidence going again, right? They've played very confident in these last couple rounds. Today feel almost a little bit shell-shocked by the jump that Judge has put on them. This is a way they can kind of help get it back within realm here. As Nicodemus will send to Skyler. He's got room. Stepping up. Oh, look in that top corner. Just missed.
I could feel the coach in me just yelling overhand at Skyler right there. Just feel like if he had shot that overhand, paint that far pipe. It was a great opportunity. You got to put that on cage.
I'm surprised that he was that open. They kind of lost him.
Yeah. But attacking before the defense gets set up is going to be so important for this Juan Diego team.
Stolz handled the initial check. He kept here with Pugmire. Stolz will play to Nicodemus. Nice job, Gorman really hanging in there as Nicodemus trying to back him down. Fed in front. Too many Bulldogs there. Is this back with Knight? Kranich through the middle. A little loose here, and a goal. It's Hirsch for the second time. Judge, that defense was trying to race back, or Juan Diego, that defense was trying to race back, but Judge again, just quick strikes here, Scott.
There's always an opportunity in transition. There wasn't really a clear numbers advantage, but a couple of trailers, and just bang, bang, move the ball. Judge able to create an opportunity down low. Really high quality look for Hirsch, just putting so much pressure on Braden Anderson. And Judge really scoring multiple ways this game, in transition, in settled offense. Nice face-off win there for Juan Diego.
Yeah, Pecora with a nice win. It feels like Judge is able to kind of free up. There's a shot right there, right in front of the crease. We'll get a whistle here. Is this a crease violation or a push? Officials here are going to discuss. But it feels like Judge is able to really free up some of their shooters. It'd be that through ball movement.
Oh, call the push.
Wow.
Pushed into the crease. Juan Diego.
Probably one of the hardest calls in
Yeah.
officiating, really.
So they'll stay here with Juan Diego. Boy, as he was going down, that just fought off by Knight. The physical advantage has been there for Judge really throughout the entire field. Knight being pressured. We'll give here to Pierce Isaac. Isaac continuing on, and it is Pierce Isaac with a long pole goal for Judge.
Number 14, Pierce Isaac.
Again, just in transition. Juan Diego trying to play defense in the middle of the field. You got to just get back in the hole and not give this Judge offense, in that instance, a Judge defender, an opportunity to beat you one-on-one in the middle of the field.
Because even for me, it's like once that defense comes up, he just kind of sheds it with a little bump, frees up a little space, and just continues right on. That train keeps rolling for Judge. Speaking of train, here comes Matina. Sends over, shot, saved by Anderson. That shot by Jerome was denied. He's trying to keep it here.
Great effort by Jerome.
Sean splitting a pair there.
Controlling the ball, handling the pressure. Cognizant of the midfield line.
Yep. That's very well done by the junior. Of course, a lot of these Bulldogs still juniors. Speaking of Jerome and Swanwick, Knight, Matina, I mean, the list goes on. Here's Gowski. He's a junior, and he's got another goal. Fred Gowski down the right alley makes it 9-2.
Number 7, Frederick Gowski.
Time out as it is all Judge here in the 4A championship.
I was just going to say, Gowski, just a simple alley dodge down the side. Juan Diego decides no slide, doesn't send a slide, and he does the right thing, which is he had a step on his guy, his hands were free, just tries to put that low and away, and he gets it to go.
Defending state champs looking good here in the 4A final. Welcome back. 4 to go here in this first half. And Judge Memorial, man, everything just working out here for the Bulldogs. Have been great on face-off. We've seen their defense has been stout and strong. The transition, the physicality. They got to be shooting over 500 right now, too.
Yeah. I mean, the shots from, that's a big difference between Judge and Juan Diego, too, is just Judge is putting these shots on cage, finding the back of the net, and Juan Diego is not.
Yep. Well, it's been hard for Juan Diego. Again, we talk about some of the turnovers, right? I mean, when they've had possession, they have had some shots today, but some of them have been wide, but the shots have really been limited due to lack of possession.
Yep.
Here's a wind up. Anderson able to fight that off. Kept here. Tries to dissect across, and that one in. Wow. How about that pass from Rome Swanwick, able to find William Treadman. Treadman with his 3rd goal today.
Just kind of a broken play. I think you've heard me say it before, broken play, unsettled situation. You got to pick it up and give it up. You got to pick up the ball, move it quickly. Swanee finds Treadman on the weak side. Just an easy finish for Treadman. 3rd goal of the day.
That pass, though, that was impressive.
It was.
Kind of through the D.
Yep.
Another face-off. It's headed the direction of Judge, gathered by Matina. Oh, trying to get the touch, lost his footing. A rare Judge turnover in this first half. Working ahead. Here comes Rosano. Gives over Skyler. Noah starting from the corner. Nicola Demas. Boder doing a nice job there defending. Jimerson coming on here. Continuing on, that was just shy of the goal. Backed up.
That was a nice shot by Roman Rossano. Down the alley, gets his hand free. It's a high quality look. Juan Diego's got to keep that going.
Here's Jimerson. He's trying that right alley. He'll take a rip. Missed it wide. Nicola Demas.
Great
Beaudry.
takeaway check.
Yep. We don't talk a lot about long pulls, but Beaudry really stout there for Judge, at least of this possession. Jerome. He'll step up, take this. Whew.
He's not shy to let it fly.
No. They really have this Juan Diego defense just scattered.
Yeah.
We got a timeout. Yeah, this will be the second timeout here of the half taken by Judge. 1:15 to go here in the half. 10-2, Judge leading Juan Diego. Welcome back here. Judge possession. 10-2. It was interesting. We did our bracket release show, releasing the 4A state bracket, interviewed Coach Broska, and he said, it would not shock me if Juan Diego comes out of that other side of the bracket. They are really talented. He was right, but boy, they had his focus. He knew how good this team was. They look awfully prepared for Juan Diego. Everything that they've wanted to do today has worked out for Judge in this first half. Sent in front, tough angle. Anderson takes it away. See if they can work on a clear here. We've seen some turnovers. Anderson looking ahead. Has Michael Moore. As we're down to 23 seconds left here. 20 seconds now. Can Juan Diego get a final look here? Clock down to 10. Skyler sends up. Stoltz. He'll take a jump shot here. Just wide. That will do it. First half in the books. And it's the defending state champions looking like defending state champions, leading Juan Diego 10-2 here at the half. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's coverage of the 4A state tournament presented by Tab Bank on KSLSports.com. Welcome back here as we get ready to start this second half. We want to take a moment. Scott obviously talked about these two coaching staffs, and I mean, talking about how talented these staffs are. I mean, you look at Judge, obviously Coach Broska, head of the coaches union, longtime coach, coached at Park City, coached at Corner Cane, now rebuilding Judge. What a job he's done. But you look at his staff, you know, Matt Duke Rosati. I know Duke, called games with Duke at Utah, and D coordinator. He's an alum of this proud program. He's back on the staff. Walker Bateman, you talk about him, an older brother or one of the original legends of lacrosse here. I was thinking Elias Fairman, who's the older brother of Bubba. He's not here today, but Coach told me he was going to Skype in so he can still help coach the team. So, I mean, this is such a good staff. And you look at Sergakis as well as Edwards and Polton. I mean, this is a real quality staff for Judge, and it shows in what we've seen here in this championship game.
It absolutely does. And then on the flip side, I mentioned a couple of the coaching staff members for Juan Diego, Brad Tack, Kyle Postler, former teammates of mine. Kyle Postler, actually back in the club days for Westminster, is still the career leading point scorer over the course of his career. I can't remember exactly how many points it was, but I think his senior season he had 100 points or something like that. Left-handed attackman, really great point scorer and shooter. And then as well, aside from Brad and Kyle, Greg Stamatov was a goalie at Villanova. And then Ryan Baker, actually one of the coaches for Brad Tack. Brad Tack, actually a Juan Diego alumni, started coaching there in 2017. Coached Ryan Baker his first year coaching at Juan Diego. Baker went on to play at Bryant. So a lot of Division I local talent both on both of these coaching staffs, and really speaks to just the level of quality in terms of schemes, in terms of tactics,
development,
right? And part of what's pushing this sport forward is to have such great high caliber coaching staffs really across the state.
Well, because even in this game, you look at this Juan Diego Soaring Eagle roster. There's not a lot of seniors. There's 5 or 6 of them, and that's where you talk about a young group able to navigate their way as a 9 seed in this state tournament, knocking off the number 1, knocking off the number 5. I think I can't remember off the top of my head, but. You see guys who are growing and developing in this game, and it speaks a lot to the bench that Coach Tack has as they come up here. And Knight with a big save. One-on-one there on Stoltz. Connor Knight coming up again for Judge.
Huge save by Connor Knight coming out of the start of the third quarter. Juan Diego trying to find some momentum on offense. Great opportunity there, but taken away by Knight.
See if they can settle in. This was kind of how that Snow Canyon game went. It was a big first half for Juan Diego. And then Snow Canyon found some momentum, came back. Never quite got that lead, but I think it was actually 10-2 at the break in that game in favor of Juan Diego. So now kind of shoe on the other foot, see if they can build some confidence here, get some possession, get some offensive rhythm going, try to claw back into this one. This fed over. That shot just shy of the post, but I don't know if you noticed, there was a Juan Diego check on that play. We talked about the physicality has been edge Judge in that first half. Maybe Juan Diego's got a little edge to them coming out here in this second half.
Well, they're going to need it. They're going to need to play more physical on defense.
As you see Michael Moore with a stick check there. Judge still retaining. Oh, and we do have a Judge or a Juan Diego player down, and this is not good. Well, he went down immediately holding that knee, and in fact, this trainer's going to come out, have a look. We'll take a break here. Timeout here on injury. Sano, the senior, had to be helped off the field. I hope he's okay. He grabbed that knee immediately, and man, you hate to see that. Talk about a few seniors, he's one of them.
JD is going to try out his own on defense here in the second half.
Do you like this switch for them?
I do like this switch for them.
Shimikowski really pushing Sean out.
I mean, Judge still has a lot of really great scorers and shooters with Jerome and Swanee. But they've had a lot of success.
Here's Rome. Or excuse me, that was Hirsch. Hirsch has been really aggressive shooting today.
They've had some, JD's had some success, or Judge has had some success finding players inside, and so I think trying to just slow this Judge offense down, maybe force them to make some unforced turnovers.
Yeah.
Try to get the ball back.
Over with Swanwick. He'll take a shot here. That was high. Nine to go here in this third quarter. Rome. Try to cut that through the middles. He had Gus Wood coming up, but can't connect. It'll head back to the Soaring Eagle.
Kind of just like that. That was kind of what I was talking about. You pack it in, make them throw the ball around the perimeter. Just be patient. Eventually, they'll make a mistake, unforced turnover, but you got to be able to clear the ball Unfortunately, that one gets tipped out by Judge. It'll stay JD.
Yeah, very fortunate there. I just think the speed at which Judge is playing, and Juan Diego's played him twice. They know, right? But it has just been difficult for Juan Diego to kind of calibrate to that here today. Pugmire will give to Stoltz. Jemerson couldn't bring it in. That's back over to Judge.
They were trying to do the weave. JD scored on the weave early in the first quarter. Just the sweeps, the offsetting sweeps by the middies at the top. They were trying to run that. I'd like to see them get back to that.
Mickelson here. That's Hirsch. Will come up, play over with Trentman. No, sorry, that was broken up. Now to Trentman. Alluded to it earlier, Judge, they're last year in 4A. They'll move up to 5A next year. That shot just wide. So you would see this group, again, a lot of them coming back next year, take on the likes of Park City or Brighton. That would be fun. Is right in front. How about the feed to Gowski?
Judge goal, number
Second today
Gowski,
for the junior midi.
assisted by number 11, Roden Swanwick.
I think JD was trying to sub on defense. Judge with the quick restart. Kind of a little bit of a soft spot in the middle of the zone there. Judge is able to find Gowski for an easy finish.
Let's have a change here at faceoff for Juan Diego. It's like Conley, I think, will come in to take this. Matina with the win. His shot right to Anderson. Now you've got an opportunity here if you can move quickly. Shimakowski. Oh, how about the stick check there by Jerome? Still be JD possession. Jemerson, he's looking top shelf, just missed.
These JD players, they have speed.
Yeah.
Down the alley, right there, Jemerson beats his guy, gets his hands free. I'd like to see them get some more odd dodges down the alley. See if they can draw a slide, move the ball.
Nicodemus just missed that wide, and contact coming in here. Well, he did not like that contact. His flag's coming in here. There was a call on the initial. And then going to be an additional flag coming in. As officials kind of keep it cool on the field. Of course, have a fourth official here in the championships, and we had our table official very quickly there making sure that the benches didn't get involved and stayed on their sideline. So Juan Diego here will have a chance to go, well, we'll wait. There's at least one call here on Judge, as one player came off pretty quickly. Officials here still discussing.
In all your years of calling games, Dan, have you ever seen benches clear?
Yeah.
Have you really?
Oh, yeah.
Not like across all sports?
Yeah. I don't know that I've seen in lacrosse yet. Definitely soccer.
Yeah.
and had a football skirmish or two.
I don't think I've never been part of a game. I've seen it happen on TV or clips or reels, but
Yeah.
I've never been part of something like that.
I mean, maybe one of the more unique experiences, there was a fire in the stadium at one of my games.
I
There are
mean,
2 penalties on the play.
did they stop the game and evacuate
Canceled
everybody?
it, yeah.
Canceled it, yeah.
The rest of the game was not played. They ended it with like a minute left in the third.
Oh,
And the team who's down, shockingly, petitioned for it to not count. The team who won took the victory.
wow.
So,
That seems kind of unfair.
yeah, you played 3 quarters of it.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think 2 penalties were called on the same player. One player off here. The one was 1 minute, and then I think the second was 1 minute non-releasable. So the one was an illegal body check, and then I think the other was an unsportsmanlike. So essentially 1 man down for 2 minutes here for Juan Diego. Potentially, as they lost that one initially, and it will head back to Judge.
Just the pressure from Judge forces the turnover.
Oh, nice stick check there, Stolz. Trying to get that back, but it's Kranich coming up with it. We'll send over to Gowski, and we get a timeout here taken by Judge. 5:47 to go here, third quarter.
Wilson is the official ball of
Timeout,
High School
Bulldogs. Welcome back here out of this timeout. Judge, the 2 seed, defeated Ridgeline, Payson, and Bear River. All those games were double-digit victories for the Bulldogs. As we've got a whistle here coming in from the table. We got a Judge player here who's a little slow to get up. Come out and have a look at him. Injury timeout. We'll be back. Hunter Landers, the injured player for Juan Diego. He's able to walk off. Jerome, you see the double team there, trying to split it. Fairbanks and Conley both there. Jerome continuing on, and just stick checked late to knock that away. Here comes Juan Diego. Backman coming ahead. Stepping up, little lane. He'll give to Stoltz here instead. Conley will rip. That bounce shot missed. When we talk about Juan Diego, Scott, the 9 seed, they upset Canyon View and Westfield and Snow Canyon. 3 straight upsets for Juan Diego in this state tournament, and those all have started with their defense. And today they kind of got jumped on very quickly, and it just feels like since then it's been tough for them to get their confidence, their rhythm that we saw in the quarters and in the semi.
I think when you're struggling on offense, you're struggling on defense, it's hard to find that confidence.
Yeah.
Just some aspect of the game going your way. But if there's one player who's not going down without a fight, it's Skylar.
Yeah, he's continued to try to attack in this one. This one in the air. Juan Diego trying to get it. Stoltz had it. There's a flag coming in here. Jimerson with it. He'll share over. That couldn't be hauled in. Swept over. Stoltz will catch and shoot it. And misses that. This one's starting to get a little chippy. A flag in on that play. There was even activity after that shot. I don't know the official saw it, but the judge bench certainly did. Gowski here will serve time. Get a 30-second technical on the hold.
Judge Memorial penalty. It's a 30-second hold.
We'll see if JD can capitalize on this.
Yeah, two-man.
Two-man, extra man opportunity here.
Actually, the first just released. So this will be 2.5 minutes of man up for Juan Diego. Oh, shoot, here's a flag coming in on this play.
That was an interference call.
You're on top of that one. Another 30 seconds. You know, those chairs didn't get a lot of use in our first 2 games, but you hate to bring them all the way out here for nothing. They're getting some use here in our third.
A second Judge Memorial penalty, number 1.
First one, that first 30 second, now released for Judge. So back to one player down here. It'll be almost 3 straight minutes of advantage. That shot misses.
A nice rotation there by JD.
Stoback sends up. Shot here. Knight able to fight that off. And gives a shout out to the crowd after that save.
It was a great save by Knight.
It was. Stolz. His shot was wide. And a flag coming in here. It's going to be contact after the shot, I think. Let's continue on with more man advantage here for Juan Diego.
Judge Memorial penalty, number 14, Pierce Isaac. 1 minute for unnecessary roughness.
Here's Nicola Demas. Play back, Skyler. So this will be almost 4.5 minutes of straight man up for Juan Diego. I don't think I've ever seen that.
It's a significant amount of time to be man up. And JD generating some shots, but again, just not putting them on cage.
Yeah, yep, they're missing. And when they are on cage, Connor Knight's been up to the task. That one lost and out of play. Judge possession.
Nice clear.
Lofted up, Gorman.
Judge Memorial back to equal
And they've
strength.
killed it off. So even strength here, inside 2 to go in this third quarter. And everything spread out here for Judge. Here's Wood. 90 seconds left in the quarter. Gus still maintaining, trying to feed in front. That pass a little tall, intended for Butler. And that will be, I think, over. Oh. No, I missed that.
They're going to say JD stepped on the line.
Okay. Again, benefit of the fourth official, right? He's watching that line, watching the boxes, and able to see that. Help the official there see it. By the way, that table official came talk to us before the game. Very knowledgeable. It'll clear up quite a few things for me. So people who like to ride officials, yeah, they actually get it. They know what's going on. They're very well trained, understand the rules. And we've had really, I think, great officiating state championships yesterday, today as well. Judge fans may not agree with that in this one, but it's an 11-2 game as well, and, it'll all be okay. As this worked up to Ross, he'll play back. That one out of play. Another turnover here for Juan Diego. And he's down. This is more. At halftime, he was kind of hobbling. A trainer was working with him. He's still down here. We'll take another injury timeout, be back. 20 seconds left here in the third. Player and had to be helped off the field. He's also been wearing a knee brace today, and so many times you just don't appreciate how tough physical this game is, and some of the injuries players are playing through or playing around, and you just never quite know when you might tweak it or hurt something. His final seconds here in the third. Penalty flag coming in on this play, as this will carry through to the fourth, as that one will not go. 11-2, Judge Memorial leading Juan Diego in the 4A state championship game. We'll have the fourth quarter after this.
At the end of the third
With a tab spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Penalty here on Judge. It'll be Sean Jerome that will serve this. So man up here for Juan Diego again.
I think that was the fifth flag of the game, I think.
Fifth in the half.
Fifth and a half.
Yeah, fifth of the game. Pretty clean first half, but a lot in that third quarter. Oh, nice cut. Maybe one of the best looks they've had, and a crease violation will give this back to Judge.
Yeah, beautiful set play. Out of the timeout for JD.
And that's where when JD's been able to get looks, sometimes it's just not your day, right? And Connor Knight has been spectacular today. As a penalty flag coming in here. Working through. Shot just missed. And Judge on the chase, able to win that, but
Oh, there's another flag down.
yeah, I think there's an offside on Juan Diego.
Juan Diego penalty number 26, Jack Stoback, 30 seconds for
That's
offsides.
the first penalty on Juan Diego today.
Get a look at the Judge man up team. Looks like Swami's on the crease.
Just 32nd. Wouldn't surprise me if this is more of a draining activity, but we'll see. Right in front, checked. A push here.
Loose ball push, possession stays with Judge Memorial.
Gowski plays back over. Wind up here, just wide. Jerome. As Juan Diego back to full strength. A nice shot. As that was Gowski scoring again here for Judge. Makes it 12-2.
Judge just running this beautiful wheel, rotating everybody counterclockwise. Gowski comes up from GLE, increasing his angle. Just great shot placement.
Pecora and Marlin facing off.
And now Braden Anderson looks hurt. The
Oh,
goalie.
no. Yeah, you're right. He's slow to get up. Being helped off here. Man. So it'll be the junior Cuauhtémoc Pedroza coming in here.
Assistant coach Kyle Posler running out to make sure Pedroza at least gets a couple shots in before the game restarts. See if Kyle's still got it.
You're going to shoot him a text after the game? Hey, Coach, why didn't you try a bounce shot there in that situation?
I think you can get your hands a little higher, Kyle.
Only friends can do that. One of the things that I'll just share, I love it. We talked about these two teams had met before, and Region 10, I really loved what they did this year. I think I've told you this. I don't know. Maybe we talked about it already. I don't know. This feels like a really long game. But Region 10, only 5 teams in the region this year.
Yeah.
They played each other once. And then they set up a region tournament. So the last week of the season, they slotted everyone according to where they finished in region standings. And then they played it out region tournament style. So Juan Diego in regular season actually lost to Judge and lost to Waterford. They were the 3 seed. Beat Waterford in the semi. That's why they played Judge a second time in the region championship game. Lost that game. But I just thought that was awesome. You see that in D1 lacrosse.
Yeah.
And I grew up in Idaho. A lot of our sports had region tournaments. And so for me, I'm kind of like, I don't know why Utah doesn't do that. I loved that they did it. I thought it was really cool. Tip the cap to all the coaches in the region who signed off on that. Would love to see more regions do that. Region championship or region tournament for region title. Love it. Judge your top seed, so regular season and tournament champions in Region 10. Trying to make it a 3-for-3 here with state champions.
That does sound like a really fun format.
It does, huh?
Gives teams something else to play for, something else to look forward to.
Yeah. As that pass too high, out of play, back to Judge. And here's the thing. This game has been one-sided for quite a while. And, even at that time, Pecora walking off, he's frustrated. He let that pass sail. We talk about how young this Judge team is, right? They're a 9 seed. I mean, the regular season, they lost some games they would have loved to have had back. Competitive in a lot of games, won a lot of games. But this is going to be youth that they're going to be learning from this experience, and you expect them with all the talent they have coming back, they'll very likely have a very good opportunity again next year to get back to this stage where you'd expect for this experience to help kind of mold them, prepare them for a tournament run again next year.
Skyler was pushed on his way to the cage. Loose ball push, so it's going to stay JD ball.
Jimerson. A little room here. Shot by Nick Lademus. No. Off the side of the pipe. We'll head back to Judge. Knight here with time. Here comes Kranich. He'll get across. Dylan feeds to the middle. Here at GLE on the cut.
Beautiful.
Trentman.
Judge Memorial goal, number 19, William Trentman.
4th for William Trentman. Makes it 13-2.
Just a beautiful cut, great clear. That's the kind of slow break offense that I love to see. I mean, there's fast breaks, there's slow breaks. when you can zing the ball around like that, bang it down low, bang it back up high to some trailing cutters, it's just such high quality lacrosse. Great way to score in transition.
Yeah.
Really nicely done by Judge.
As Pecora able to help win that for Juan Diego. Backman trying to work through, lost his stick. And a flag coming in here. That push in the middle really helped jar that loose. This will be 30-second technical on Juan Diego.
Get another look at the Judge man-up team. I think it was Trentman, right? Who scored on the last man?
Yeah.
Number 31, Parker Stoltz. 30 seconds for a push with possession.
I think it might have been Gowski, actually.
Oh, really? I thought it was 19.
I don't have him scoring in the fourth quarter. But it's okay. We'll compare notes after the game.
Okay. You don't want to hash it out on air? And here's Gowski. Oh, worked in front. What a feed. And the save by Pedroza.
Nice
save
job
there.
by Pedroza, yeah. Coming in cold.
Yeah.
Juan Diego back.
Because he was one-on-one. I mean, that was great ball movement to get that set up. Nicola Demas trying to track that down and does. Numbers for Juan Diego. Skyler knocked loose by Mickelson.
Great takeaway by Mickelson.
Looking up. Oh, Jerome. He took his eye off that one a little too soon. And this will go back to Juan Diego. Nicola Demas. There's a shot.
Nice.
Oh, what a score. Nice bounce shot there. The shot by Jack Stoback, the junior, with the Juan Diego goal.
Nice little off-ball screen to get Stoback free in the middle of the field. Catches it over his right shoulder, turns. Great position on the goal, gets that one to go past Knight. High bouncer. It bounced all the way up in the top left corner. Such a tough such a tough shot for any goalkeeper to stop.
As Jake Marland, the senior, will come in to take this face off and get a win. Marland. Oh, I thought he was going to try to score. The senior got an applause as he went to the spot. He'll get an applause as he comes off here. Really, both these two teams, I mean, I was thinking Judge, but Juan Diego is very similar. Big benches.
Big benches.
For these two teams. Swanwick, he got close, top shelf for Rome Swanwick.
Judge Memorial goal, number 11.
Beautiful move.
McDonald's is a proud sponsor.
Even more beautiful shot. Just so smooth. Rome Swanwick just breaks his defender down. takes him to his right, throws his stick back in his left hand, sets his feet, rips it low to high. Just beautiful. We had a great angle of that.
Yeah.
Really nice looking.
Yep.
And kind of a quiet game. One of the leading point scorers for this Bulldog team. He averages about 3 points per game, or excuse me, 4 points per game. But we've talked about he's so great at playing off. He's not one of those players that has to have the ball to have an impact. Does a great facilitator, finds his teammates, does a lot of the small things really well. Happy to see him get on the board there.
Cora there had a nice face-off win for Juan Diego. Little bouncer there is wide. Try to skip across. Sticks there of Kranich and Beaudry disrupting that. Jimerson. This is the first 4A state championship game where we did not have a Region 11 team. In fact, first one where Skyview's not been a part of it. Battle here. Jimerson tried to sweep that up. And it's Mickelson. He's been really good today for this Judge defense. Called his name a lot. We've got a whistle here. Timeout going to be taken by Judge. 4:43 to go. Judge Memorial looking to repeat here in 4A. Gorman, that handled by Pedroza. Time here for Ross. I have it on good authority that don't let the name fool you. You pronounce both S's in Ross.
Oh.
Yeah, there's not a silent S in Ross. It's R-O-S-S. You pronounce them both. It's a little inside joke that hopefully someone will appreciate. Yeah, he's wrapping around here. Oh, and Knight again. He doesn't know where that is. He'll get back to his crease. Tracked down here by Nicodemus. Here's Stoltz. He'll shoot. That's
nice.
Oh, going top shelf. Jimerson with the goal. I was just going to talk about Connor Knight and how good he's been today, and Jimerson able to beat him there. First goal for Chris Jimerson.
Chris Jimerson.
13 goals on the season, now 14. Also 16 assists, averaging 1.4 points per game. Nice, just off the inbound. Jimerson kind of slips out, vacates the crease.
He's got a quick step in his game for Juan Diego. And we talk about the players coming back for the Soaring Eagle. And Jimerson, I think if he can get that shooting percentage up, you'll see him be one of the top scorers for this team again next year with the likes of Skyler and Stoltz, who will both be back on for this Soaring Eagle offense. As we hit the 3-minute mark here in this fourth quarter. Pretty crazy when you look at these two teams. I mean, we mentioned Juan Diego already. I think we said 6, 7 seniors. I count only 8 seniors for Judge. So both these two teams, a lot of talent coming back. There's this one in and scored. Boy, right down the alley. It's Ben Butler. We've talked about him today a couple times. Able to score his first time tonight.
Yeah, 19 goals on the season, now 20. One of those seniors graduating from this Judge team.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the talent coming back. Judge obviously moving to 5A. Look, a lot of talent here, and you think about them having to go up against a Brighton, having to go up against a Park City, Westfield moving up to 5A again next year.
Oh, wow.
So there's going to be a lot of competition for that 5A state championship. Meanwhile, for 4A, if you're Juan Diego, you're looking around like, guys, we just did that with our group right now. We're bringing everyone back. Like, this may be the 4A favorite next year. Oh, nice little spin move there by Marland. Oh, senior wants it. A bench giving Jake, he's got his hands on it. He's like, I can't believe I missed it. That's all right, young man. Inside 2 to play. Nice stretch there by Bland. Pass a little quick there to Swanee. Nice feed. Oh, Pedroza didn't know where that was. That's an impressive save there for the junior.
Yeah, Judge on the quick restart. Curls around the cage. Great cut by Judge and a nice opportunity, but Petroza with a better save.
Here comes Nicola Demas. Fed over. Shot there just wide.
Nice look by JD in transition. Attacking quickly before Judge can get their defense set up.
8 different goal scorers for Judge in this state championship game. Skyler trying to dodge through, lost it.
It's tough dodging into the middle like that. Hard to get your hands free sometime and get the shot off. Judge forces the turnover.
Bland taking time off here as we're inside 30 seconds left. From the preseason, most thought Judge was the team to beat. Returned so much talent. Have fought through injury, illness, and the rest of 4A. Judge Memorial, back-to-back state champions in 4A.
Final score, Judge Memorial 15, Juan Diego 4. Congratulations to both teams. The trophy presentation will begin in just...
The job Coach Broska's done in building this program. And again, I love that they're state champion last year. They've got so much talent. They play up this year. And they might not have won those games, but they battled in all those games. And you see here in 4A, it really position them to be at a level that was just hard for other teams to match throughout this entire tournament.
I mean, I think back to, they had a close loss against Olympus. They played Corner Canyon was a tough matchup for them, but they battled in that game. And I think they've really proved this season that they're ready to move up to 5A and compete with some of the best teams in the state.
It'll be fascinating to see next year how that plays out with them. I mean, obviously, we talk about all the guys that come back. A lot of their offense comes back. Knight comes back. Matina on face-off comes back. There's a lot of skill there. I can't wait, right, to see them move up and see how they match up with that classification, because I think at the top, that level, or that classification is the deepest at the top of any classification, right? When you talk about the Olympics, they bring a lot of guys back. Brighton, Park City. There's just so much talent there with Westfield moving up as well. But look, Juan Diego, great run. The 9 seed put together, again, 3 upsets en route to get to a state championship game. Very young as well. They bring a lot of guys back. And you love when a team kind of rallies together. They find something, and they put together a postseason run like the Soaring Eagle did.
Yeah, the playoff magic, is what every team dreams of. The underdog finding their way to the state championship. And they started off actually playing pretty well. They were the first to score. And you did mention earlier that the first team to score was 0-2, now 0-3 on the tournament so far. But they should be proud of everything that they accomplished during the season, during the postseason, bringing back so many young players, some great young talent, and Jimerson and Schuyler. And Anderson, just a freshman goalie, he'll have a bright future. So they should, don't hang their heads. They shouldn't hang their heads. They should be proud of everything they've accomplished.
Heck of a run for Juan Diego, and they will be back. Judge Memorial, your state champions, 15-4 over Juan Diego. For Tino Psyche, Scott Kellner, my name is Dane Stewart. Thank you so much for joining us. We've absolutely loved being on the ride with you this year as we started back in March, and now we've finished it off with state championships. Want to thank you for following us, following content, following streams, and for all your support and viewership. And congratulations to these 2 teams on a hard-fought state championship game. Judge Memorial, your 4A champs. Stay right here. We will have trophy presentations coming up next here on KSLSports.com, your home of postseason championships, only on KSLSports.com.
We direct your attention to the field for the trophy presentations. Representing the Utah High School Activities Association is Dr. Gailey Colosimo, the principal of Juan Diego Catholic High School, and the UHSAA Board of Trustees member and principal of Judge Memorial Catholic High School, Patrick Randert. Congratulations to both teams for their efforts and tremendous sportsmanship. The second place trophy is presented to Juan Diego Catholic High School. The 4A State Championship Trophy is presented to Judge Memorial Catholic High School. The UHSAA would like to thank the staff of Zions Bank Stadium for their hospitality and assistance in hosting the state championships. Thank you for your attendance and continued support of high school activities. Thank you for your sportsmanship, and please drive home safely. Teams and fans, we need to clear the field in 10 minutes to prepare for tonight's Ultimate Frisbee contest. The stands and field need to be cleared in 10 minutes. There will be a ceremonial net cutting at the southwest portion of the stadium outside the gates. Please start making your way to the exits so we can prepare for tonight's Ultimate Frisbee game.